Good afternoon, beautiful souls, and welcome to June. Today is June 2nd. We're going to get into the readings as I adjust the camera. If you're watching this on the YouTube replay, hello, hello, hello. Today, June 2nd, is a day about partnership. It's a day about balance, but it's also a day about preparing to receive all of the things that you've been asking for, hoping for. We know that June is a huge manifestation month. It's a month to see those dreams turn into your reality. For those of you who have been doing the work, for those of you who really trusted the process, gave it all, showed up, no matter if you were tired, if you were exhausted, if you were fed up, those of you who kept going at it regardless of what life was throwing at you, baby, when I say you're about to receive the fruit of your labor, you're about to receive the fruit of your labor, and it's going to be much, 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 much more than you possibly could imagine. A lot of you, because you persevered, because you stood in faith, are going to receive double, triple, quadruple, or even more than you've ever asked for. We're going to get into a couple of readings. It's a whole new month. So subscribers to the live always get that one complimentary reading for the month. And I think this month we'll do two, one before the full moon and one after the full moon for subscribers to the live. If you have any general questions, thoughts, feelings, as the message for today comes out, put it in the chat. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The moderators, hello, my lovely moderators, are on deck to keep this a safe and sacred space. June is here and we have a couple of birthdays. Shout out to Momo. Happy birthday, Momo. She had her birthday yesterday and we have quite a few more coming out throughout the month. Happy birthday to all of my Geminis. That being said, if you found us, what does the collective need to hear on this Monday, the day of the road opening, the day of the first day of the week? And I hope nobody has the Monday moodies, right? Today has been a good day here in New York City. The sun is shining. We've had horrific weather on and off. So hopefully this is the start of us having decent weather because it's almost summertime. So yeah, get it together. Let us know where you're from and how you're doing. Holy Spirit, what message does the collective need to hear on this Monday? Subscribers to the live, subscribers to the Patreon. If you would like a reading, let me know in the comments and the moderators will keep track of first come, first serve. Thank you, please, and thank you. Speaking about first served, right? With that Yang card, which is a confirmation of receiving every good thing that you've been asking for, hoping for, praying for, wishing for, anything else that the collective needs to hear on this Monday. Let's get a what's the vibe card. How was your weekend? What did you do? What did you experience? How did you treat yourself? How did you love on yourself? Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Monday? And if you're not subscribed and you would like a reading on the live, that info is in the bio. What else does the collective need to know on now that peeked out before as I was cutting, but it came out in reverse. And lastly, we'll get one from the Kipper, or maybe more. And the newest addition to the family, I've been using this since the weekend, right? Is this What's the Tea deck, right? So what's the tea on this Monday for the collective? And of course, you know it's featured on my showcase Shout out to everybody that's been purchasing stuff from my showcase. I can actually see that. Ooh, ooh. And I appreciate you guys more than you ever know. Let's start here, right? Let's just get straight to the craziness. What is this girl fight? Oh no, because arguments, physical fight. At war, competing. So, yesterday, Saturday, between yesterday and Saturday, a message came out specifically about the masculine being in regret about confiding in a female, telling a female that they thought was just a friend about how they feel about the relationship. And this woman going above and beyond, and the energies can be shifted, right? It could be a man in this energy as well, right? But this person has a big beef with you, not all of you in the collective. Take what resonates and leave the rest, because see how they wanted me to flip that back over? They don't want you to know that they have big beef that your person is choosing you in a way that they've never chosen them. See, they're fighting a battle that they think they're fighting with you and your person, but they're really fighting with themselves. Their beef is with themselves. This feels like a pygmisha or someone like that. A pick me, right? A male pick me, a female pick me, them pick me, right? Or pick me. Somebody who has very low self-esteem, somebody who's been in the picture for a very long time, and they think because they've been in a picture for a very long time, by default, when your person was ready to settle down and have that happily ever after, it would be them and not Kima, Keisha, Pam, Ricky, Bobby, Mikey, right? It wouldn't be like all these other people that your person has dated along their journey of becoming. This person who's so angry because your person's choosing you, I have to shake my head and take a deep breath, because for a very few of you, it looks like 1 to maybe 6 of you, this person's actually going to approach you. They're actually going to try to find you in the streets so they could be like, yo, what's up? Right? But little do they know, if they try to start an argument, if they try to take out their frustration, their anger, their feelings of inadequacy out on you, spirit will cut them off at the pass, because we don't do that here. This person has gotten sign after 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 sign, and they pretend like they can't read. They pretend like they're colorblind. They pretend like all the red flags and everything this person has shown them about them truly being a friend, even if it was a friend with benefits, shorty, it was just that and nothing, and nothing more. Now that that's been painstakingly clear, this person is not taking accountability. This feminine energy, or it could be a masculine, it's not taking accountability for them accepting that. One thing Spirit always tells the collective, always tells us, whatever we accept, whatever we allow will continue. If somebody just wants to be your friends with benefits and they tell you we're just friends with benefits, guess what? Y'all are just friends with benefits. Very rarely does that change into something else. Once somebody says this is what it is, that is what it is. Now, if you choose, like this person, like Pick Misha, for it to seem like it's something else because this person's also doing XYZ out of the goodness of their heart, well, then you have, or she has, they have no one else to blame but themselves. This energy of hopeful and cutting ties, right? And this, ooh, ouch, jeez Louise. It is definitely somebody in here this week, definitely between now and that full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, everything is falling together. So the full moon in Sagittarius, I posted the message earlier. The full moon in Sagittarius, which falls on the 11th, which is a manifestation number, is a twin flame number. It directly reflects the energies of the intentions set during the twin flame portals of November. On November 1st, we did something, November 10th, November 11th, and the 22nd, right? For those of you who were a part of that. With those intentions took root and are going to start to blossom this week, next week, and beyond. This is why the person finally had the courage to come out and say, you know what, this is what it was. And now this can't be no more because this is what I want to do in my life, right? And that's a hard truth to tell somebody, but this person knew, as optimistic as they were and as, in their feelings as they were, because they've been doing this song and dance for so long, your person was very, very sure that this is all they ever wanted, was the friendship and the benefits. Nothing more, nothing less. As long as this person continued to give, your person would continue to take, and they're going to face karma for that as well. Because they're getting cut off, they're fighting everything. Ooh, they're fighting everything tooth and nail. They're bringing up everything this person has ever told them. And like, I thought this, and I thought that, and I thought this. They thought wrong. This is why you've been feeling more tired than usual. This is why things have been breaking. This is why you feel like there's a kind of negative energy around you. Whether this person is actively going out of their way to bippity boppity boo, their negative thoughts, their negative feelings, their anger off of being cut off by your person, you're feeling all of that. And it doesn't help that we're having these super strong geomagnetic storms recently, right? We've been having them all year. Not only are those storms messing with the Earth's atmosphere and geomagnetic systems, it's also messing with us, giving us downloads, revelations, breakthroughs. And that's all a part of your person's becoming. It's not going to look pretty, especially when you have to cut off people who have been around for ages. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine. And for some of you, right, who this person really wants to be that brave and take it there, like their name is Clarissa, right? And they think they're about that life. They're going to be met with your little friend and take that as it's said, right? Pathway with privileged lady and loyal heart. You have 35 twice. 35 is 8. 8 is the number of karma, right? This person's big mad because they're not you. You may not even want your person anymore. But being that they gave you the love that this one who wants to fight you, right? They're in the energy of wondering why you, right? Why did you get all the goodness this person has to offer? Why did this person change for you? Now that's a big, big, big statement. Like I kind of feel for this person that wants to get into this girl fight, this argument, that wants to approach you to see what it is about you. Because it feels like this person with the eyes has seen this person date this one, have this situationship, kind of never take anybody serious in their life. And this, I feel like this reading is going in, so this might be a personal reading for one or two of you. You don't have to say it in the chat, but if you do, I'm intrigued because I really want to know if this person is going to be so bold enough to approach you. And I get why they're angry because, yeah, they've seen this person, your person, be an asshole to everybody but you. Even if they didn't treat you in the way that you thought that they should, they treated you so much better than they treated everybody else. And that's part of the reason why they ran, because that the need for them, the desire, because that came naturally. You didn't ask for it, you didn't beg for it. Just being in your presence had this person feel like they needed to elevate. And then they were like, hold up, what am I doing? I've never done this before, never been here before. Let me pull back. And y'all went through that fake runner chase. Like, that's a whole nother story. Maybe that'll come back out, but that's part of the reason why this person that has big beef with you, their beef is so big. Their anger is definitely misdirected, but understood. Definitely understood that this person shows you more loyalty. You have more of this person's heart than people that have been around them for years, people that have known them for years. And this is not like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. This feels like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Whatever you did, just keep being you, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're here, you're deeply spiritual, one way or another, whether you recognize it or not. If you're here, you have angels and guardians around you all the time, whether you recognize that or not. Your intuition is getting deeper, especially with these storms, these solar storms we're experiencing. Your protection will always be there. You just have to speak the word and you will be covered. While this person is fighting the air, because that's what they're going to be doing, because some of y'all really don't play that. You will block somebody before you let anybody disturb your peace. And I love that, because we're not letting anybody disturb our peace in 2025 and beyond. Even if we're about that life and about that action, we don't gotta be no more, right? We let our angels and guides and ancestors take care of it, because that's always so much more fun. What's the tea? Was this the only? No. Ooh. Bad karma, courtship. Oh, new life. Okay. This ties into a message that was recorded earlier but not yet posted. Some of you, this separation that you are going through with your person is because they have to face their bad karma. They have to atone for what they did. Some of you, your person has lived a life of leading people on, of telling people what they want to hear just for them to get what they want to get, period. You're good for this, you're good for that, you're good for this, this is how they live their life. And all of these people are like, okay, yeah. There are more pick-me's than there are people who are willing to stand in their authenticity. And your person took full advantage of that. A low vibrational divine masculine will always operate out of that energy, using their magic in the wrong way, using their influence in the wrong way. That's part of their life lesson. That's part of the reason why they're incarnated at this time of their spiritual journey and evolution. This is not just a 2025 thing. This using people for their own gain. This is a soul thing that they've been doing time after time after time. Incarnation since BC, I'm hearing. Since the Euphrates, they've been doing this. And they agree that this time they've gotten it out of their system and they're ready to elevate into their angelic self. But that doesn't mean that they get a free pass for all the damage they've done along the way, for all the hearts they've broken along the way. There's a rumor that says men who have a daughter first have a daughter first so that they can learn how to properly treat the divine feminine. So I wouldn't be surprised if this resonates with somebody whose person's first child is a girl. After they go through their bad karma and this really super brutal, because it's going to be brutal, right? It has to match the energy of the destruction they caused. And for some of them, like the string of broken hearts is a lot. Like I can see them, but I can't count them. Like they're just far too numerous, right? Once they get through what's their guides and their angelic team and their spirit team has in store for them, right? They get through that. moment of everything falling apart, right? With this 4 and the 4, that foundation that they built on false precepts, that they had to show up as this person that uses and abuses in the name of whatever reason, because I'm pretty sure they had some fancy smancy way of saying this is why I did it. And it's just, well, you could justify pretty much anything once you put your mind to it. But that being said, it doesn't negate the fact that they hurt a lot of people along the way. Once they start going through that, they're going to come back to you. They're going to seek your like. They're going to seek your peace. They're going to seek your calm. And your guys are like, oh, no, 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 no. Let them rock out. Let them receive what they have. We can't stop. We can't stop a canon event. We just got to let it happen, right? But after that event, they're going to have a new life, with or without you, your choice. Because some of you might be like, you know what? I don't think I want to be with somebody that did. That's a personal choice. We listen. We don't judge. You guys, just want to give you the heads up that this is a clearer picture, not even the full picture. Because for some of you, they want to go a lot deeper about who your person is and just how brutal they were emotionally, mentally, financially. Right? Talking about being a abuser in every word, except in every sense, except the physical sense. Right? And that's why the karma is coming for them. That's why they're going to go through this season of turmoil, of things falling apart, of things not working out, of things just going awry, while you, the one who's been doing their work, standing in their light, being the divine feminine or the divine masculine, because some masculines have a feminine that you are dealing with that's in this energy. That's just a user and an abuser, right? But for those of you who have been essentially doing the right thing, you are walking into a season of receiving your blessings. And your person's going to be bitter about it. Because why do you get to live on and have this happily ever after, right? They are going to be a bit bitter and salty and angry, right? Because, shit, they've never known suffering like the suffering they're about to endure. Even if they thought they went through something hard in their life, it pales in comparison to what Spirit and the angels have for them. For some of you, and this is why Spirit is coming so hard with the swift arm of justice, with the long arm of justice. This person was given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to make things right, and they chose not to, right? They were so used to showing up in the world as this person who does whatever they want by any means necessary. Cool, we have this beautiful thing called free will, but then again, you got to deal with the repercussions. For some of you, this person was not only a abuser in every sense of the word, except physical. They took it even deeper to spiritually attack you. And I'm not talking about get an Etsy witch to throw your life upside down. No, no, no. We're not talking about the light and fluffy stuff that we say a prayer, throw some Florida water, light some incense, and bippity boppity boo, gone, all is well. No, some of them went dark. Cemetery dirt in a jar, dark. Peonies wrapped up, buried in the yard, dark. Trying to prevent you, trying to tie you up so that all you know is them. So that when they're good and ready, right? Because they always knew you were their end game. If you didn't know, now you know, right? But they just needed to get this out of their system first. And they wanted you, for some of you, to sit on a shelf and wait. And your guys were like, oh no, we don't do that here. But because they went so far as to, some of them petitioned deities. Well, they thought they were petitioning one thing and they petitioned something else. And that's another reason why they're facing the repercussions. When you go that deep spiritually, when you go that deep magically to go against someone, to cause them XYZ, you got to have a good reason, right? It goes back to what Spirit said about justifying the reasons why we do the things we do, right? And it's up to the spiritual court to decide who's wrong and who's right. However, when you go against somebody who is truly innocent, who did nothing but show up to love you, if you go against your own blessing with this baneful magic, the repercussions on that, depending on how far that person went, can lead to a lot of slow singing and flower bringing on that person's end, if you catch my drift. You can't go against somebody and throw all this baneful work, because once you throw the work in the name of whatever reason that you want to say you're throwing the work in, the spiritual, like you could call on whomever from whoever walk of spiritual life. But when it hits spiritual judgment and you're seen as, wait a minute, they're attacking this person for legit no reason, that work that you throw out has no choice but to return to sender on its own. It's like it's like when when you're sending something through the post office and you get the address wrong. The post office is not, as soon as the address is wrong, they're not going to sit there and figure it out. Oh, they meant to add an apartment number and they didn't. I guess it's apartment B because I know Miss Johnson lives in apartment B and I think this is for Miss Johnson. No, they're going to return it to sender and list it as undeliverable. Spiritual work can also be listed as undeliverable when you send it to somebody that you have no business bothering. And some of y'all, your ancestors and spirit guides don't play that, period. Like, you're innocent. Even when you're guilty to them, you're innocent. So that's another reason why this card came out, to reflect just how bad is an understatement. How big of a negative turn their life is going to take. Even if they're sitting pretty now and it's all rainbows and sunshine and unicorns, that's an illusion. It's literally the calm before the storm. Sheesh. I'm ready to be done with this reading because it's a lot. Right. Lastly, we have family, blood ties, inner circle, message in the For those of you who have been wondering, I wonder what they're going to go through. I wonder how it's going to show up because, my person did this and I know that it's that. And I wonder and I wonder and I wonder. You will literally have a front row seat with this family card that came out with blood ties and inner circles. And you see those two kids in the middle, right, with their presumable parents, with their arms interlocked behind them, protecting them, right? Those are your spirit guides. Those are your angels protecting you for whatever storm this person is going to go through. You're going to be far away from feeling the heat of what they're going through, but close enough to see without anybody having to tell you. You won't need to get a reading. You won't need to light a candle. You won't need to do anything. You might wake up one morning, turn on the news, and there they go. Go walking into the supermarket, the newspaper catches your eye, and there they go as the front page article. That message of how life shows up for them, how karma shows up for them, is literally going to be delivered into your lap. Not just for shits and giggles, but to let you know just how real it gets in these spiritual streets. Just to validate everything you've been thinking and feeling about this person. Some of you have, and I hate to say this, and it's giving me goosies, and it doesn't feel good. But because of the extent of, especially with the spiritual work this person has done, you have ancestors coming to get this person to bring them to the other side. That's the judgment they're calling. And that has nothing to do unless you prayed for it, then that's another story for another day. But whatever this person is facing, whatever they're going to go through, regardless of what you did and what you didn't do, they brought it upon themselves. For those of you whose hands are clean and who have done what you needed to do. Yeah, your happily ever after is going to show up with or without this person. For those of you who are high priests, high priestesses who have a higher spiritual calling in this life, this person was specifically sent to you to sharpen your intuition, to sharpen your spiritual gifts, to get you ready for the real world. You just won against the ultimate boss. Now you're undefeatable. Jeez Louise, that is your message. I wonder what you guys are chit-chatting about in these comments, because we haven't had a cray-cray reading like this in a while. And I look up and I see 13,000 likes on the nose. Isn't 13 the death card? A lot of slow singing and flower bringing. Oh, well. Hey, Georgia girl, you're speechless. You're speechless. It hasn't, like, everything has been kind of sing-songy and Disney-like, and this is just straight no holds bar. Hi, John. Hey, Loka. Hey, Kim. How are you? Let's see who else is here. Figure it fit. MG. Everything I need to know always comes, always, without fail. Without fail. Front row seat is scary. I mean, it can be because, especially like when you're at the aquarium watching the dolphin show, like you can feel some of that water, right? You can smell smells that you don't want to smell. It can be. But a very, 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 very necessary part of the journey. Maria, I'm glad you're here to receive this, because what? It's usually not this intense, I should say, right? My armpits are starting to sweat. That's how intense it is. Hey, Boogie Woogie Woogie. Hi, Mustang. Honeybee. Now, when you see what you have to see about Spider-Man, you've already been put on notice. Hey, Momo. Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. Lebo, I agree. Your heart already knows, because there's a reason why. Especially if any of this resonated with you, you don't want to be on any type of paperwork with that person as they're going through their karma. Okay? Okay. Naturally, your beauty. Well, hello. Hey, keep it classy. Hi, Ali. Canon events have been particularly resonant. I won't interfere. Please don't, Layla. Hi, Layla. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Enjoy this next evolution of your spiritual abilities. Hey, Juicy. Karma is finding you no matter what. Say it again, Momo. Louder for the people in the back. You can't hide from karma. You can't negotiate with karma. You can't plead, beg, bribe your way out of receiving the energy that you put out in the world. Whether you get a consequence or a reward, like, you earned that. And they earned this. So BF is facing, majorly. So there was a bad storm here, and the sun and rain. I love this time of year when that happens. 20 minutes later, just that quick, right? Storms can blow through. Sometimes, like Margie taught me, the rainbow can come without the storms even having to blow through. But this person or persons, these energies that's facing this bad karma, my favorite, sorrows, prayers, because what? Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the gifts. And most importantly, thank you for spending this part of your day with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and me as I go through your comments. And this is definitely going up on the YouTube channel ASAP, because I feel like there's more people that need to hear this. So when the bad karma starts hitting, they don't go put on their cape and try to save this person. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Please and thank you. I mean, unless you want to, and free will, we listen and we don't judge. Just know it's not going to be pretty, right? Hey, new heart. I don't want to feel none of it because my hormones are going crazy. Yeah, they have you pushed to the side and tucked in. And anybody, you fall under the category, Boogie, that anybody who thinks they're going to pop up physically, spiritually, mentally, whateverly, your ancestors are going to deal with them quick, fast, in a hurry. As soon as they have that thought, they will get checked. Best believe that. Going through the comments. Ooh, Mr. J took me on a trip to Florida. Ew. Ew. All right, I think, hey, Dominique. I got through most of, hey, true story told for free. How are you? How are you? How are you? I always see you in the comments, and I love that. Another person that's on their journey and doing what they're supposed to be doing, which I love even more. Libra love. Where you been? It's been eons. It's been a lifetime, actually. You've been gone. You've been gone. All right. The time now, it is, oh wow, 2:20. So let's see. We'll keep the window open for another 20 minutes or so. For those that need a personal reading, subscribers to the live, you get your 1 card pull for the month. This month we're doing 2. One before the full moon, one after the full moon, to check the energy. And my twin flamers, soulmates, I don't know if we're, not even my twin flamers. We're thinking about doing another road opening for the collective for the new moon later on this month, because it falls in line with the feast of St. John the Baptist. And y'all know my love for St. John the Baptist and his story. Speaking about karma, let's talk about it. St. John the Baptist, right? Jesus's cousin, right? He and his magical ability self, right? Because he was a metaphysician like Jesus was, right? They came from the same school of thoughts and, had the same kind of problems, right? People thinking that, they shouldn't have the gifts that they did. So St. John was invited to a party, right? And at this party, I think the king's lady was like, I don't like St. John. I want his head on a silver platter, right? And just off the strength of not liking him, off the strength of him having his ability, off the strength of him being who he is and being gifted, right? He was beheaded at the party, right? And they gave her his head on a silver platter or something like that, right? And, she like the masculine that was described, was the type of person that got joy off of their power and what they were able to do and how they were able to use people. Lo and behold, I would believe it was a year, sometime after that happening, she was ice skating, and guess who got beheaded? She did. On accident, by purpose, by spirit, right? She fell on the ice in some weird way, and that was the end of her, right? Gives us the greatest example. For one, spiritual folks, we usually don't go everywhere and anywhere, right? You won't catch us at everybody's party, right? And secondly, like when you abuse your power just cause, and you wish things on people just cause you can, and you think you're going to get away with it because you got away with it, like the masculine or the feminine from the reading so many times before, when it's time for karma to hit, it won't miss at all. That being said, I'm leaning towards doing a road opening for the collective, and we'll be doing it by love offering. So if you want to be a part of that, We'll do it on the 24th, right? We have the new moon on the 25th. Is that Cancer? Oh, yeah. We'll be doing a road opening for the collective. Roadblock removal, road opening for the collective. That being said, by life offering. So if you want to be included in that, you already know what to do. We're going to get into Momo's birthday reading. So Momo, to the front, please. And thank you. Oh, and those of you who ordered your monthly soul scopes, all of those went out before we went live. So check your email if you have any questions about what came out. Do not hesitate to reach out to me and we could dig a little deeper. Hey, Miss Lady with the gifts. Ew. How are you? How are you? How are you? All right, Momo. Did you have a specific question or would you like to see what comes out? The cutoff to request a reading is 2:45 Eastern Standard Time. So that's like in a few minutes. It's like 20 minutes. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. You want spirits to have it their way. So let me see which decks. You know what? Because we got to be extra. Let's get some fresh decks for you. Let's get some fresh decks with the Divine Feminine, the Goddess, your favorite deck, and why not, right? Why not? Clear some space on the table. At one point, I'm going to have to get a bigger table because it's just too much. All right. We're going to do a personal reading for our lovely Momo. Anybody else who'd like a reading, you could sign up for one using the link in the bio. Subscribers still get the one card pull. And you guys can continue chatting. I'll get to your comments after I pull the reading. But my energy right now is completely focused on Momo, aka on your solar return. So last year, you were advised that you were getting your angel wings, right? And you actually started the journey of receiving your angel wings like a good 7 months, 8 months before your actual birthday. Last year was a cosmic reset point for you, not just to help you grow and become who you're meant to be, but to fortify you for this next leg of the journey. Having angel wings is cool. Walking down the runway on the Victoria's Secret show, it's cool, right? But it's also a testament that you are one of the Most High's strongest soldiers. No matter how many times you submit that application to be taken off the list, they're always going to deny it. Your light is needed, like others, to help awaken the others. When we look at the state of the world and how much chaos is ensuing, right, because the power dynamic has shifted into the hands of folks, well, spiritually speaking, who are ill-equipped, right? We have a laundry list of other reasons too, but spiritually speaking, we're living in a time where love is not reigning. Love is so far on the back burner, some may even say it doesn't exist. And it might feel unfair at times, especially when it's things you had to witness over the past 12, 18 months, 24 months, right? And we could call we could call judgment about what's wrong and what's right, but everything that happened was what was necessary. Again, it was all about fortifying you, preparing you for the next leg of your journey. That being said, let's get these cards out, see what your angel guides need to say. Holy Spirit, what else does Momo need to know? Right. Divine goddesses, what message do you have for Momo on her solar return? Okay. Divine gods, what message do you have for Momo? Sheesh. On her solar return. And of course, we got to bring out the Earthcraft Oracle. What other message does Momo need to know? Yes, she gets so many cards for that person who keeps asking. I just pull them. I don't say, oh, well, this person gets 3 or that person gets... They decide. Holy Spirit, what else does Momo need to know about her solar return? This part of her journey. Y'all see that card? In the reverse. Okay. You're not out the woods just yet, right? Let's start here. What you reclaim your power. What you have, what you've done, right? Sometimes on shaking knees with tears in your eyes. Yeah, you've reclaimed your power. You stood in your grace. You looked the devil in the eye and said, fuck that, I'm not going out today. Pick another one. That's what's calling in your blessings. And you've seen that, especially over the past 2-3 months. The flow has shifted. The doors are opening up. And this is just whatever has come through so far is just the trickle, right? It's not even a full stream, let alone the deluge that the collective was promised, right? A lot of you heard since last November that the deluge of blessings is coming, right? That cup runneth over is coming. And for you, my dearest Momo, it's coming. Any thoughts of poverty, physical, financial, mental, spiritual, medical, transmute them into thoughts of positivity, thoughts of abundance, thoughts of prosperity, thoughts of having those rainbows and wish fulfillment on every single level. Because now on this new level that you've ascended to, your ability to manifest things on whim has increased tenfold, right? You've always had the ability to manifest at whim, but now as soon as a thought magnetizes, happens in your mind, it can happen in your life. So be careful of the thoughts that you're having on this new leg of your journey. Let's start there with this great fortune 26, which is 8, and that karma, right? Going back to what was said in the stream, right? Your guys are so good. What's starting off as a trickle will turn into a stream, which will turn into the overflow. And you've had periods of your lifetime where you've had overflow, right? And then there was lack. And then there was overflow, and then there was lack. And there was overflow, and then a little bit of lack. This overflow that's coming is going to be your norm. Something is coming in that's going to provide stability on every single level, right? Be unmovable, immovable, like a mountain, right? This is further clarified by to avoid reality only makes you face the same issues again and again and again. A reminder. Let all these battles, let all your scars, let all the bad memories remind you that you survived it all. So no matter what else comes, yeah, you'll survive that too. This one's might be a little spicy. Creativity. Those dreams you've been sleeping on, those ideas that you get and they come and they go, like they go in one ear and you're like, yeah, I don't have no time for that, right? You kind of push it to the side. Stop that. That's what is going to create your mountain, right? Working in your magic is what's going to create that mountain, that stability that's going to make it, I want to say impossible, but anything is possible, but it's going to make it very, very hard for you to be in lack ever again. Those intuitive nudges about do this, do that, right? Finally release this, finally release that is your key to abundance, is your key to prosperity, is your key to great fortune, both physical, material, mental, spiritual, right? Stop pushing those things to the side and do the work you've been called to do. Wealthy man came out reversed, and now it doesn't feel like it's speaking to your union or your divine masculine. It feels like it's more speaking to if you don't take those intuitive nudges, you don't do what you've been called to do. Oh, I don't have no time for it. Oh, I'm too tired, right? You don't turn your pain into purpose full time, 24/7, 365, not only when it feels good or when it fits into your schedule, right? That's when your abundance gets threatened. Inner healer. Full moon, fully living in the powers of the universe and fertility. Yeah, we could go on and on and on about fertility, but we're going to keep it cute, right? The world is in your hands with this inner healer. You are the healer. And don't she kind of look like you, though? With the purple and the regalness and the butterflies representing your metamorphosis, the changes that you are going through, your dreams, your ideas being birthed into your reality, your intentions being birthed into your reality. It's all falling in place for you. Part 1 was the struggle. Part 2 is receiving of the gifts. But the only requirement is that you continue doing what you're called to do. They're going to give you the keys to the kingdom. They're going to, you got your angel wings, and now they're going to give you the keys to the kingdom. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? But, with great power comes great responsibility. If done right, your ability to speak life into your own dreams and manifest this mountain for yourself and your loved ones would unlock the ability to do so for others just by speaking the word. You're much, much, much powerful than you know. And they're about to show you. Grief, betrayal, and fearless love all in reverse. Oh, wait. That's her belly. Because, these cards are spicy. Nancy, Anansi, right? Oshun, and Allah. The goddesses are asking you. Your guides are asking you. The grief, the betrayal, the pain, especially in your relationships, current, past, and whatever. Let it go. Let it go. You know how that Beyonce song, I can't remember it, but she has a line where she says, steps into my Oshun energy. Yeah, baby, it's that time, right? This boundary card usually speaks of establishing and maintaining those appropriate boundaries. But this one takes it a step further with the 7 and the 34 and the 7 on the Oshun card to really step into who you are, to really start working in your healing energy unapologetically. This year is the year that surprises you. This year is the year you will find yourself saying, I prayed for this. I saw this in a dream. This is what I wanted. Enjoy. That is your message. On to the comments. Weave your world with your words. In the beginning is the word. I love that too. I love it. I love it. I love it. No more hiding. No more hiding. And you know what? It is serendipitous because I noticed earlier, I was like, Momo popped up on my FYP like 3 times today. And she rarely pops up on my FYP. Well, that's my confirmation that, yeah, you need to do that more often, right? You need to do that more often. The world needs you. You always get the inner. I swear, this whole vibe is you, right? All right. And they didn't go too much on you, right? They were nice and gentle for the most part. For the most part. All right. And it looks like nobody requested a reading. Let me triple check on my phone. So I'll just turn that off. Any questions, general questions, if you need a personal reading, sign up for one in the bio. Any general questions about life, love, spirit, anything that came out in the readings. Hi, Katlago. Katlago? Did I pronounce that right? If you would like a personal reading, that info's in the bio. Subscribers to the live always get a 1 card reading on the live. Oh, this thing is back. This was gone for the longest. The drag the puzzle piece thingy. Hey, Mars. Hey, how are you? May your life look like your wildest dreams. Aww. Figure it fit to the front of the line. You get a 1 leg. You can surely subscribe. I have clients in South Africa, and they don't have problems usually checking out. But TikTok is also international, so you can subscribe for a 1 card pull. In the meantime, figure it fit to the front of the line, please and thank you. Hey, Vanessa. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Way too many ducks out because I have no space. I don't know why it wanted me to tell you congrats, but congrats. TikTok hasn't done that before. It said, Vanessa something. Congratulate her? Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? So we have Figure It Fit and then Mars. Figure It Fit. That's so cute. And then we'll do Vanessa. So Figure It Fit, Mars, and then Vanessa with the congratulations. Because what? Because what? It says celebrate. That's what it says. So we celebrating something. I'm here for it. Figure It Fit. Where art thou? All right, we're going to jump to Mars, until we find Figure It Fit for the interest of time. Mars, Mars to the front of the line. My dear, what are you confused about? Or what would you like a question on, right? Or you just want to see anything that comes out? Is DJ to be trusted? That's straight to the point. Where is it? Where is it? The Angel Answers deck, right? Straight to the point. Is DJ, Holy Spirit, when it comes to, AKA Mars Mars, is DJ to be trusted? Well, that was quick. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Anything else Mars needs to know when it comes to this situation with, can't see where the other card went. Thank you. And because they're super spicy. What else does Mars need to know? What's the tea with DJ? What's the... Thank you. And these don't get read in the reverse. All right. So the straightforward answer to your question is yes, with the success card. But then you got bad health and it was crossed by unexpected income. The energy as the cards were coming out was definitely playing into the reading that was posted before we went live, where Spirit said, don't let your past color this new relationship, this person, or affect how you see this person. Essentially saying anything that happened to your past and it looks like this person's doing the same thing, don't do it. Right? And that's another reason why the toil and labor card came out in reverse. See this person as who they are for what they are, not based on anything that resembles the past. Like, open the door. Don't give them the key to the palace, but at least open the door with an open heart so they can show you who they are. Because with this unexpected income that came out crossing success, they might just pleasantly surprise you. But let's get into the juicy part. What is the tea? Ooh, that's why. Oh, so that's what your spidey senses are picking up. Right? They may be coming off as someone that has more than they actually have. This is coming off in the energy of somebody that's trying to impress you and doing that whole bravado thing. And they would like to have that life, but they're just not there yet. You are being bullied online, or they are. The problem is that spidey sense is getting triggered because, yeah, a part of them isn't showing up as their true self. Can they be trusted? Yes. Are they showing up as their true self? No. They're feeling like they have to show up as their representative in order to get close to you, in order to share your light, because every time they showed themselves for who they truly are, they got played off of it. They got disrespected off of it. They got their heart broken off of it. So they created this character so that they won't have to have their heart broken again. This is another reason why they said, let the door be open. See this person for who they are, not based on anything that may have happened in the past, because, yeah, the past is the past. But let them show you who they are. The part that you're picking up, they're like, yeah, it has to do with their money and how they show up in the world, right? Call in, because you have the ability to do this, the highest version of themselves. with the full moon energy coming up, right, which aligns with the twin flame portals of November, this past November, call in the energy. You can say, right, when you're doing your releasing, because full moons are good for releasing, that you release this version of DJ that feels that he has to show up in this very constructed way rather than his true self. You can say to spirit that you only want to deal with DJ as their true self. And if they're not ready for that, then next. That is your message. Did Figure It Fit come back? Yes, let go of the past. Momo, Mars, Boogie, and Dorsey, if he's around. But definitely Mars, Momo, and then Boogie, and then Dorsey. So this is 2025. We started going live towards the end of July in 2022. See, now I'm going to cry. I won't cry. And these OGs, speaking about congratulations, right? These OGs have been with us since then. I want to say Momo was there like the first day I went live, right? And so was Mars. And then we picked up Boogie a few days or a couple of weeks after, but I thank you. 3 and 4, because we picked up Dorsey in September. I remember that clearly because that's when we used to go on really early in the morning. But I want to thank you 4 because you guys were highlighted just as I sat down to pull Mars energy for sticking around. You are appreciated. You are definitely appreciated. Thank you. 3 years. It's just a long time. When it comes to support, right? All right. Figure It Fit. Did Figure It Fit come back? Because if not, we're moving on to Vanessa. And then we will squeeze in Katlago for a love reading. As I try not to let my face leak. Aw. Mars. We said we're not going to make my face leak. Okay. Shifting the energy to Vanessa. General for the month of June, please. General. Oh, we could do a... Where are you? I'm staring right at it. Oh, you know what? Holy Spirit, what does Vanessa need to know when it comes to the month of June? What's coming up? What does she need to be aware of for the month of June? And then we'll get what's the vibe card. What's the vibe for Vanessa in the month of June, this month of June? Ooh. Okay. That wanted to poke out too. Suffering and silence, broken desires, real feelings. Speak your truth loud and clear. At the very, very, very beginning of the live, Spirit made it clear that June is a month of manifestations. This is the time for you to stand 10 toes deep about what you want. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't water it down. Oh, because of this, I can only get that. And no, 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 no. You know how we told last week? Make sure we're dreaming big and we're manifesting big. That applies to you. No suffering in silence at all on any level. Even if it's the teeniest, tiniest, oh, it's no big deal. It's a big deal to Spirit. So stop that. Be bold and clear about what you want and allow June to bring you in the healing emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, right? Healing on every single level. But you got to be bold and say, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. I don't want to shrink myself in any capacity. Even if it's one thing that really doesn't inconvenience you, but it inconveniences your spirit. No more playing small on any level. Allow this month to heal you and prepare you for the blessings that are coming in, because that breakthrough that you're looking for, that shift is not coming until like September, maybe November, they're pointing out, right? But it requires you to be real about your feelings and unapologetic about those boundaries you've put in place. Talked about the healing financially. Thing of it is, right, with this broke ass that came out again, right? When you're not living authentically and you're shrinking yourself in any shape, form, and fashion, even if it's really in a way you're like, oh, that's no big deal, right? You're letting somebody get away with something and yeah, that's just the way that they are, right? You're dismissing these tiny things. Those tiny things, when add up together, when they put together, they add up to really, really big things. You can't call in prosperity on any level, wholeness on any level, and then allow yourself to be fractionated to make other people comfortable, or just because that's the way they are, or people in my situation go through. No, 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 no. All of that is off of the table. This is what you want. People are going to have words to say about it. You know how I like to say, F them people, right? Because they're not living in your shoes. They don't have your hopes. They don't have your dreams. They don't have your desires. Biggest thing of all, they don't have your gifts. You're literally coming into the season of congratulations. This is why Spirit wanted to shout you out, because I swear that option has never come up for anybody to congratulate anyone. I don't even know what TikTok wanted to congratulate you for. It just had your name and a button that said congratulate. So I clicked it and we got a sticker. Wonderful. That congratulations you're looking for, that good news, those wins that you are looking for come when you are real about your feelings. Not so much your unspoken desires and your broken dreams and things you know that haven't come to pass yet. It's those parts of you. And it feels like these are very small parts of you that you've been so used to tucking in and tossing to the side for so long that you don't even realize that you do this anymore. Stop that. That's what's blocking your abundance. That's what's stopping life from fully showing up for you. June is your month of healing and preparation, and it requires you to stand completely, 100%, not even 99.999999999%, 100% in your authenticity. That is your message. Fortune favors the bold indeed. Miss K, how are you? Not using my gifts the way I'm supposed to. Why not? Let's talk about the shrinking. Why not? And I want to say, or maybe this is deja vu, or some weird timeline jump thing. You've said that before. You've said that you're not showing up spiritually before, months ago, and Spirit told you then, stop that. They told you months ago, stop that. And you were reminded, I want to say a few weeks ago, right? To align with individuals that can support you, right? Folks with similar gifts, right? Folks that have, that are part of your soul tribe that can support you through your journey. And when you have these moments of feeling weak or it becomes too much, you can lean on them and they can help you get back into alignment. If you, first of all, I'm gonna give you pow pow. Don't say that. Like, I get, not dismissing it or discounting it, right? That you don't feel like you have the energy. You have to call that energy. Yeah, we had this conversation when it was cold. So I'm thinking November-ish, December-ish, maybe even a whole year ago-ish, right? Where you had to double down, because let me tell you something with the bippity boppity boom. Another way that folks get themselves into trouble, right? When the baneful magic doesn't work, the tricks that they lay at your doorstep doesn't work, right? Because it all comes back to them. They get you to start doubting your gifts. They get in your head, right? Which is why Spirit goes on these tangents about making sure your thoughts are your own, right? Compartmentalizing your feelings, dealing with your feelings, not putting a Band-Aid solution over them or tucking them under the bed or into the closet, right? When people can't get you spiritually, they'll get you to get yourself by getting in your head. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop. Not on my watch. Vanessa, no. We're not doing that. F that third party and anybody else that want to interfere in your happiness. We got tricks of our own that we can do, but it's not necessary. Especially since they've gotten to the point where they feel the need to get into your head because nothing else has worked and nothing else will work but that. So many great spiritual folks relinquish their greatness because they forgot to check in with self to make sure the thoughts that they were thinking were their own. The behaviors they were thinking were engaging in came from themselves when they were being spiritually influenced to do these things. When you live in the in-between and you work with the good, the bad is there too. You can't have your door open and only allow the kids that got straight A's to come through. Like, everybody's coming through, good intentions or not. And when they know that you're gifted, they'll be like, you know what? You get the head, you get the body, which happens to be the easiest spell in the universe. Regardless if you're from the islands or Europe or Hawaii or Antarctica, like wherever your magic originates from, the same theory holds true. You get the head, you get the body, period, right? You don't have to light no candles, do nothing like that. You get in somebody's head, game over. Highly spiritual folks have, this is why we protect our Ori. This is why when we sit down to do readings on others, on ourselves, the head is covered. This is why some of us can't walk into botanikas without our heads being covered, can't go into certain places without our heads being covered. This is why we have to wash our hands with Florida water, anoint ourselves with the different oils, right? Protecting our Ori is not to only restrict what entities and angels are allowed to come and give us guidance, right? It also protects us from spiritual attacks. Certain individuals, you'll never see them step outside without their head wrapped, ever. They don't care if they're going to the supermarket or the quinceanera. Their head is wrapped all the time, and they give zero F's about who has to say what about it. Because that protection is paramount. It trumps everything, because if you get the head, you get the body. These older spiritualists, folks in their 70s and their 80s, right, know about that, right? Younger spiritualists is like, oh, I've got on my wig, I'll be fine. That's not the same. I mean, technically your head is covered, but it's not the same. Like, you don't have the same type of protection. And if it's human hair, that's a whole nother conversation. Protect your thoughts. Get around good. You have the soul tribe. And I just shouted out 4 individuals who are very strong. Are we perfect? Hell no. Are we high spiritual ranking individuals? Yup. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Yup. Do we do it the right way? Probably not, but it's part of the journey. And we're here to support one another throughout the journey. Vanessa, you're not in this alone. And now that I keep looking at the sticker, right? Now that you've been given this oracle, it feels like a battery's been put in your back. A new wave of inspiration, fresh energy to help you call in the energy that you need to take your space in the sun, to take your seat in the sun. Spirit shouted out Momo and how much the collective, when I say the collective, I mean the universe, needs her. It's the same way we need you. Folks who have another thing, folks who have a high spiritual ranking naturally, not the ones who go try to buy it and try to con their way into, having a title or a crown. Those of you who are born with it, you're needed the most, because you're the ones that are true intuitive empaths with the biggest hearts. That energy transforms the world. This is why you're attacked. This is why somebody's always trying to get in your way and trying to trick you out of your own magic, because when you're in your own magic, you are beyond greatness. You are ethereal, Vanessa. You're not a muggle. You're not average. You damn sure ain't that third party. Step into your power. Please and thank you. Now I need something strong to drink, because now your ancestors came through and they're asking for things that I don't have right now. Sheesh. That is your message? Did Figure It Fit come back? Vanessa, you got this. As I'm fighting back my own tears, right? Because if I had that brown thing that they're asking for, I'd be fine. But now I'm super emotional. It's okay. Congratulations, Vanessa. Congratulations. Goodness. And I'm hungry. Gonna get some tacos after this. Ooh, tacos and a margarita. That might satisfy them. Will that satisfy you? Okay. All right. Did Figure It Fit come back? Because if not, we're going to move straight to Katlago for her love reading. Did you have a specific question in love, or you just want to see whatever comes out in love? Regarding your ex. Oh, okay. And then before we wrap up the live, I haven't forgotten, we will pull an affirmation for the collective. Lord, ever merciful, ever beneficial, what does Katlago need to know about love, her ex, or anything else that... See that expectation card that flew out effortlessly with that 28, which brings us to 10, which brings us to 1. The number of beginnings, the number of that represents manifestation. It feels like, for one, that X needs to stay in the past. You are presenting as someone, and you gravitated to the live because everything that came out during everybody's personal readings, a lot of that was for you. You're in a space, going back to this one, where you're just starting to discover your magic. You're just starting to discover who your magic is, and your ex tried to take advantage of the fact that you didn't know. That situation, if it had played out in the way that you had expected it, how you wanted it to go, how you thought it would go, would lead to a lifetime of suffering. Like you would truly regret the day you even ever met this person. Your guides are screaming as I get goosies. Let the past be in the past. This moment isn't even about relationships. It's about claiming who you are. There's your confirmation. I don't know if you were here when we had that intense general reading, because Spirit went on and on and on and on and on and on and on, how this divine masculine who isn't in their divinity but uses people for their own growth and desires and benefit, right? This is confirmation that, yeah, this is what your ex was about. That breakup didn't happen because they wanted it to happen. No, if it was up to them, you would be their supply, but not in the narcissistic type of way. You would have been their energetic supply to help them manifest bigger and better things. Thing is, when you don't know your power and other people do, and you let them get too close to you, they will use your own power against you. They will use your own power to their benefit, and you're none the wiser because you just don't know, right? Confirmation with this threatening that you would have regretted the day that you met. This is a situation that would have led to your person getting very, very power hungry, because as you get older, right, because you're not even past your solar return, not your solar return, your Saturn return. As you hit like your late 30s, early 40s, and that power really grows within you, they're going to want more and more and more and more. But by then, you would have awakened and try to get out of the situation. Spirit went on, I think the Spirit said it twice or 3 times, that this person, when we were talking about the one receiving the bad karma in June, right, was a abuser in every sense of the word except physical. Your situation, if it hadn't started to, was about to turn very physical. And it was going to escalate from like, Oh, that's not too bad to really bad in the hospital very, very quickly. Your guides pulled you out of that relationship and are asking you, begging you not to go back. Your guides pulled you out of that relationship and are begging you not to go back. This journey, this part of your life right now, this moment, June 2nd, the 2nd of June, this whole entire month, hell, the whole entire summer, take these next 3 months to just focus on you, focusing on your healing, looking in the mirror, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your higher power, your ancestors, your guides, so nobody else can come around and think that they could fuck with you like this. Pardon my French, right? That because you're so sweet and you're so innocent and you're so kind that you're just going to let them use you for your energy source. Ignorance is bliss, but ignorance can be very, very deadly as well. You sitting on this live, like, you've dibbled and dabbled, like, oh, I wonder what this person's talking about. Oh, I wonder what this person's talking about. But something that was said really struck you in your stomach, like it was a gut punch. I'm not sure what was said that felt like a gut punch to you, but that was your guys letting you know, listen, you need to sit for this because we have a message for you. And that is your message. I'm pretty sure you could give us some examples of how great this person was, but all of that was superficial. All of that was a mask. Mask off. Whatever you hear this person going through, whatever you see this person going through, right? Look from afar and let this be a representation. You're going to get a taste of anybody who tries to play with you or use your gifts against you, how they are dealt with. In the general reading, Spirit made it clear that some of you have ancestors that do not play that. They will make somebody a memory in a heartbeat because they took things too far, especially when it comes to using spirituality in ways that it was never meant to be used. Stay away from your ex. If they should surface back around, and they will, when they come back around, politely decline. Stay up on your prayers. Stay up on your protection. Follow those intuitive nudges you've been getting to seek more. Align with like-minded individuals. Don't go telling everybody that you want to go dive deep into your spirituality and find out who you are. Let that information come to you. The same way the higher power in your world delivered you from that person is the same way they led you to me. And it's the same way they're going to lead you to everything and everyone that can assist you along your journey. That is your message. Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed. So much for having light and fluffy Mondays, right? Intense. Hi, Gina. Gina. This will be posted on the YouTube channel, so make sure you follow me on YouTube, and I will try to stick the timestamps in. The timestamps might come at a later time, but I'm definitely uploading this ASAP. So those of you who missed bits and pieces of it can get what you needed, because Spirit is hella loud. Hella loud, hella bold, pulling out everything. So, yeah. Right as you finish my message, my friend messaged me that the candle I did for her last night worked. Of course it worked. Congratulations, Vanessa. And that you got community. Well, that's Spirit. That's your guides. Like, They're almost at the point where they're going to come to your home and start knocking things off the shelf for you to realize that this is very real. You need to work and step into your calling. They're going to bother you if you don't start doing what you need to do. Katlago, anytime, anytime. I'm grateful you were able to find us and receive that message. I trust and believe that all will be well. There's a light that has sparked within you, and it probably started around late December. Let it grow. It is safe for you to go where your soul is leading you. And don't hesitate. Like, everything doesn't have to be transactional. It's funny how I have quite a few people in South Africa that I'm very grateful for. But everything is not transactional. Like, if you have a general question about how this goes, feel free to reach out. This is what I'm here for. This is what my life is dedicated to. So please do not be a stranger. You can be if you want to, free will and all, but please don't. Boogie, really quick, what is your question, my love? Because we got to pull the affirmation for the collective and wrap this up. And that's another confirmation, Vanessa, that we need you. Please and thank you. Okay. Baby steps or leaps, as long as you get back to it. I'm satisfied, and I'm pretty sure they're satisfied too. Morgan Elise, thank you. I mean, your name flashed, so I hope I got that correct. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Every time I see those electric Amazon vans that say, I'm electric, boogie, woogie, woogie, I think of you. I do. All right, as Boogie gets it together, we're going to pull an affirmation for the collective on what this day, maybe this week, because I don't know when's the next time we're going to be live. What's the affirmation for today for the collective? And yes, Boogie, you can always text it to me. Oh, look how that fell. This is your affirmation for today, for the next couple of days. And they said flip the deck, so we're going to flip the deck for 2 affirmations. Ooh, I like this one. So you know what? We'll take the third one too. So we have, for today's affirmations, I always receive exactly what I ask for or better. I live in a state, hold on, let me do it like this. I live in a state of perpetual happiness. Every day, my luck and blessings multiply. Well, those are your messages. And I think when we look at the italicized, multiply, better, happiness. Yeah. Going back to what was said, and some of y'all need to be reminded of this as well, right? It's a privilege to be in your presence. But going back to what Spirit said, that a lot of you, the thing that you asked for, right, you're getting much more than what you asked for. It's going to be doubled, tripled, quadrupled. It's going to be multiplied, right? I love how they tied that in, right? It's going to turn out a lot better than you imagine. And it's all to bring you to your happiness and your peace, right? Not just to maintain your calm and to make sure you're whole, but they need to make sure you're whole, calm, and at peace so you can work in your gifts and enjoy this thing that we called life. As always, please be kind to yourselves and one another, and always stay blessed.